So quickly they fly by that finish line. Lane 2, apparently, NYRR appeared to be first across the line. And now we go to heat number 3. At the start, lane 2, Simone Carter, Cheney. 3, Jasmine Holland, Maryland Eastern Shore. 4, Lydia Ali, Penn. 5, Chelsea Shamrock, New Jersey. 6, Naya Michaud, Winston-Salem. 7, Mariah Jennings, Georgian Court. And 8, Sarah Ron, Princeton. And up on the screen, Millrose Games reminder. That's Saturday, February 16th, right here at the Armory. You can get your seats at armorytrack.com. Don't delay. We sold out last year. We even sold out standing room. So a great meet. You don't want to miss that one. Shoes on, and that'll bring us up to heat number 4 of 6. At the starting line, lane 1, Amber Scott, Penn. 2, Kishana LaRose, Central Park Track Club. 4, Jordan Simmons, Maryland. 5, Veronica Sweet, Cheney. 6, Whitney Jackson, Maryland Eastern Shore. 7, Jasmine Little, Georgian Court. And 8, Julia Rizzo, Princeton. And our best guess, lane 8, Julia Rizzo, Princeton, was first across the finish line. All right, let's go to heat number 5 of 6. In lane 2, Lenora Guion Firman, Maryland Eastern Shore. 3, Emily Easton, Princeton. 4, Jasmine Benbow, Maryland Eastern Shore. 5, Nirvalda Zuinga, Lehman. 6, Abidemi Adenikinju, Princeton. And 7, Ashley Quattlebaum, Cheney. And we're going to go with lane 2 as our best guess here. Leonora Guion Furman, Maryland Eastern Shore. That would bring up the 6th and final heat of the women's 60-meter dash trials. Lane 2, Gayon Evans, Maryland Eastern Shore. 3, Khadijah Randall, Winston-Salem. 4, Ariel Statham, Maryland. 5, Kelsey Jackson, New Jersey. And 6, Sydney Guillon, Penn. And lane 4 is first across the aisle. That was Ariel Stratham, Maryland. And in just a little while, we'll let you know who the qualifiers are that will be coming back for the final at 8:02 p.m. And now I'll turn you over to my colleague, Dennis Cornfield, for the call of the men's trials.
Thank you, Mike. Good evening, everyone. We welcome those of you joining us on the webcast tonight. Men's 60 meters, there'll be 4 heats. The heat winners and the next 4 fastest times will come back for the final. Heat 1, lane 1, Jordan Jett, Penn. Lane 2, Nicholas Beavers, Army Prep. Lane 3, John Bellett from Army. Lane 4, Marcus Wallace, Maryland Eastern Shore. Lane 5, from New Jersey Institute of Technology, John Porteous. Lane 6, from Penn, Chad Payne. And teammate from Penn, Harrison Scharf in lane 7. Again, the heat winners and the next 4 fastest out of these 4 heats will come back for tonight's final. Lanes 4 and 5 across the line. Marcus Wallace, Maryland Eastern Shore. John Porteous from New Jersey Tech. Heat 2, lane 1 is vacant. Schedule lane 2, Christopher Kittle, Army. Lane 3, Semi Ibikunle from Penn. Lane 4, Kalik Mitchell from Cheney State. Lane 5, Brent Jules from Penn. Lane 6, Thomas Pitt from Penn. Lane 7, Niels Newbray from Maryland Eastern Shore. And in lane 8, Nathan Weir from Army. Lane 4, that was Kaylee Mitchell from Cheney. Heat winners coming back automatically for the final along with the next 4 fastest times. Heat 3, lane 1 is Jonathan Lehman from Army. Lane 2, Umar Berte from Lehman. Lane 3, Augusto Blanco from Lehman. Lane 4, Dwayne Powell, Maryland Eastern Shore. Lane 5, Nate McCoy, Cheney. Lane 6, Leonson Newby from Lehman. Lane 7, Javon Spencer, Maryland Eastern Shore. Heat 3 of 4 down the straightaway. Lane 7, it looked like Javon Spencer. Javon Spencer, Maryland Eastern Shore. And in the 4th and final heat, lane 1, Everett Haitley from Penn. Lane 2, Jonathan Bailey, Staten Island. Lane 3, James Myers, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Lane 4, Mason Smith, Penn. Lane 5, Morgan Akins from New Jersey Institute of Technology. Lane 6 is apparently vacant. Lane 7, Ramon Waite, Maryland Eastern Shore. And lane 8, Nick Strong from Penn. Tied finish between lanes 5 and 7. Morgan Akins, New Jersey Institute. Correction, that's lane 4. Mason Smith of Penn. Mason Smith of Penn. Coming up next will be the semifinals of the high hurdles.
Testing.
And we thank one of our sponsors here in the Armory, AT&T. For those of you watching from outside this metropolitan area here in New York, weather here is pretty nice, a little bit chilly. Well, it's winter time, so this is what we expect. But in here, it's nice and warm as we get ready for the women's qualifying hurdles.
Left chest, right hip.
And for the women's 60-meter dash, our finalists this evening will be Lane 1, Ariel Stratham, Maryland. 2, Aaron Gutty, Princeton. 3, Toby Ali, Lehman. 4, Leonora Guion Furman, Maryland Eastern Shore. 5, Nanyeram Onyedor, Penn. 6, Lydia Ali, Penn. 7, Abidemi Adinkinju, Princeton. And 8, Julia Brizio, Princeton. Those are our women's 60-meter dash finalists.
This is the third final call, men, women, 1 mile run. Third final call, men, women, 1 mile run.
The starting line, we have the women's 60-meter hurdles. This will be the first of 4 heats. Lane 2, Amber Scott, Penn. 4, Ariel Fieldman, Penn. 5, Amira Frivolt Yeiser, Penn. 6, Lauren Colorel, Georgian Court. 7, Sydney Gillon, Penn. And 8, Leah Lang, Army. And down here, look very much like lane 2 was the first to cross the finish line. Amber Scott from Penn. And our ECAC Division I qualifying standard in this event is 8.80. All right, lining up at the start, heat number 2 of 4, lane 2, Samantha Anderson, Princeton. 3, Stephanie Green, Penn. 5, Nanyeram Onyedor, Penn. 6, Raven Bird, Winston-Salem. 7, Elizabeth McKenna, Princeton. 8, Ebon Evans, Winston-Salem. And a mighty close finish on the outside. It looked very much probably lane 8 first across the line. Yvonne Evans, Winston-Salem, very close with Elizabeth McKenna from Princeton in lane 7. All right, setting up their blocks, heat number 3 of 4 for the women's hurdles. In lane 2, Chanel Rogers, Georgian Court. 3, Thea Lafond, Maryland. 4, Chelsea Chamara, New Jersey. 5, Teresa Kennedy, Princeton. 6, Morgan Wheeler, Penn. 7, Noella Yangwe, Maryland. 8, Lindsay Danilak, Army. And lane 3 is first across the line. Chelsea Chamara, New Jersey. Thea Lafond, Maryland. And now we'll go to the 4th and final heat of the women's 60-meter hurdle trials. Lane 1, Eliana Yankilev, Penn. 2, Caitlin Love, Army. 3, Victoria Barry, Staten Island. 4, Shelby Doling, Army. 5, Esther Alfaro, New Jersey. 6, Kelly Krause, Princeton. 7, Jacqueline Tate, Maryland. 8, Anna Smith, Army. And it looked very much like lane 1, Eliana Yankilev, Penn. All right, that wraps it up for the women. Now we'll adjust the hurdles, distances, and heights for the men.
And Mike, as we get ready for the men's hurdles, these are the qualifiers for the men's 60 meters. And the final will be run at the conclusion of the women's 60 meters, approximately 8:05. These are the lane assignments. Lane 1 will be John Porteous, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Lane 2 will be Mason Smith, Penn. Lane 3, Niels Newbright from Maryland Eastern Shore. And Maryland Eastern Shore will be in lane 4 with Marcus Wallace. Lane 5 with Ramon Waite, and lane 6 with Javon Spencer. All 4 from Maryland Eastern Shore. Lane 7 will be Khalid Mitchell from Cheney. Lane 8, Brent Jules from Penn. Again, these are the men's 60-meter finalists. Porteous from New Jersey Tech, Smith from Penn, Newbray from Maryland Eastern Shore, Wallace, Waite, and Spencer from Maryland Eastern Shore, Mitchell from Cheney, and Jules from Penn. In the men's hurdles, there will be 2 heats. The top 3 in each of these 2 heats, along with the next 2 fastest times, will come back for the final. And the final will be run immediately following the men's mile. The NCAA qualifying standards for Division II, 7.90, 8.31, a provisional qualifier. For Division III colleges, it's 8.65. For the IC4A qualifying time, 8.24. In this first heat, Lane 1, Michael Brown, Penn. Lane 2, Taylor Andrews from Army. Lane 3, Darius Reeves from Cheney. Lane 4, John Porteous from New Jersey Tech, and he's a finalist in the 60. Lane 5, Norman Hamilton from New Jersey Tech. Lane 6, Hayden Conrad from Army. And Lane 7, Nicholas Beavers from Army Prep.
This is the first call, women's 1,000-meter run. First call, women's 1,000-meter run. Please check in at the clerk area.
Two heats in these high hurdles, semifinals, top 3, and then the next 2 fastest out of these 2 heats. Second flight, men's long jump, check in. Michael Brown, Penn, unofficially. Heat 2, Lane 2, Morgan Akins, New Jersey Tech. Lane 3, James Holland, Army. Lane 4, Thomas Ryan, Army. Lane 5, George Pendleton, Cheney. Lane 6, Kyla Martin, Army. Lane 7, Zeke Barry, Penn. Lane 8, Jason Poppy from New Jersey Tech. And the photo reveals on the outside, getting that first place was Beavers from Army Prep, followed by lane 1, Brown and Andrews. Those 3 automatic qualifiers. Lane 6, that was Kyla Martin from Armory. The 4th fastest time in that first heat was 8:57. We'll look and see the time for 4th and 5th here.
And I have our women's 60-meter hurdle finalists. They are lane 1, Noella Anyangwe, Maryland. 2, Chanel Rogers, Georgian Court. 3, Amber Scott, Penn. 4, Thea LaFond, Maryland. 5, Eliana Yankolev, Penn. 6, Elizabeth McKenna, Princeton. 7, Caitlin Love, Army. And 8, Yvonne Evans, Winston-Salem. That's our women's 60-meter hurdle finalists. Our next event will take place on the track, the women's 1-mile run. The ECAC Division 1 qualifying standard is 4:59.04.
And posted on the board, there are your official times. Martin, 8:11. Ryan was second. 8:39, third. Barry, 8:50. They're the automatic qualifiers. And now the women's 1 mile with Mike Rao.
On your mark, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Pull 3 out. On your mark.
And this evening in section 1 of 2, the field consists of heat number 1, Jackie Nicholas, Princeton. 2, Claire Gallagher, Princeton. 3, Emily de la Bruyere, Princeton. 4, Liz Phillips, unattached. 5, Alexis Michaelian, Princeton. 6, Molly Higgins, Princeton. 7, Rebecca Yep, Maryland. 8, Greta Feldman, Princeton. 9, Marianne Finkry, Maryland. 10, Petra Kubasova, Maryland Eastern Shore. And 11, Chelsea Delaney, Penn. The early leader, Petra Kubasova, Maryland Eastern Shore. Just need to put my foot here for a second. You're sitting on the quarter mile. Okay. Only for a minute. And the field coming up on 1/4 mile. 70.9, 70.9.
This is the third and final call, women's 1,000 meter run. First call, men's 1,000 meter run. First call, men's 1,000-meter run. Please check in at the clerk area.
And among the top runners, that's Marianne Vickery from Maryland. Around third place, Petra Kuvasova, Maryland. Second, Molly Higgins, Princeton, and the leader, Alexis McKillian, Princeton. And the field coming up on 1/2 mile. 2:25.2. And that 2:25, well within the range of the ECAC Division I qualifying standard of 4:59.04. They are on pace. Our new leader is Emily de la Bruyere, Princeton.
Second section, position 2.
And as they go by near the finish line, they've come to 3/4 of a mile. 3:39.4. About 74 seconds on that last quarter for the leaders. And the Princeton trio still in the lead. Third place, Molly Higgins. The leader is Emily de la Bruyere. And Alexis McKillian in second. And here they come, surging toward the finish. And the leader, right around 4:49. So we've got a couple of qualifiers here. 4:49.30 is the winning time. And 4:51.04 for second, and a 4:54 for third. They all qualify for ECAC Division I. Yeah, absolutely. At the start, section 2 of 2 for the women's 1 mile run. You might have time, although he goes quick.
On the marks.
And in section 2, wearing hip number 1, Catherine Little, Princeton. 2, Nicole Gazarian, Penn. 3, Cynthia Quila, Georgian. 4, Irene Cabian, Columbia. 5, Miriam Haut, New Jersey. 6, Iselin Howard, Georgian. 7, Manuela Rigaud, Winston-Salem. 8, Ali Graciosi, Georgian. 9, Lauren Murphy, Penn. 10, Alejandra Quintero, Army. 11, Emily Vander Water, Maryland. 12, Aquila Jones, Winston-Salem. 13, Kersey Javala, Penn. 14, Danisha Wiggins, Winston-Salem. 15, Catherine Cohen, New Jersey. And 16, Jamie Hand, Georgian.
Here are your finalists, men's high hurdles. Lane 1, Darius Reeves, Cheney. 2, Sig Barry, Penn. Lane 3, Thomas Ryan, Army. 4, Kyla Martin, Army. 5, Nicholas Beavers, Army Prep. 6, Michael Brown, Penn. 7, Taylor Andrews, Army. And 8, Hayden Conrad, Army.
74.5 at the quarter.
One more time, here are your finalists, high hurdles, which will go off right after the men's 1 mile. Reeves, Barry, Ryan, Martin, Beavers, Brown, Andrews, and Conrad, high hurdle finalists, right after the men's 1 mile run. Mike.
On the track, our leader is Kersey Javala, Penn. And right behind her, we've got Emily Vander Water, Maryland, and Irene Calbian, Columbia. One quarter mile, 2:32.3. And our leader remains Kersey Javala, Penn. And right behind her, that's Emily Vander Water from Maryland, and then Irene Calbian, Columbia. And next, Cynthia Kuilia, Georgian Court. Section is always starts tonight, Jackson. What's the coach's line? Do they have a line? 3/4 of a mile, 3:53. And we're about 80 seconds for that last quarter.
This is the third final call, men's 1,000 meter run. Third final call, men's 1,000 meter run.
And coming off the east turn onto the north straightaway, Kersey Hambala, 10. First across the line, and a fast closer is Maryland, Emily Vanderwater. Third, Irene Caldeon, Columbia.
Coming up next, 2 sections of the men's 1 mile run. Immediately after the mile, we will have the finals of the hurdles. So all the hurdle finalists should be making their way to the starting line. 2 sections, 13 in the first section. Wearing number 1, Joe Cotran, Columbia. 2, Paul Snyder from Columbia. 3 is Alex Duffy, Army. 4, Michael Kiley from Penn. 5, Matthew Bearden from Army Prep. Tim Cousins, Columbia, is wearing number 6. Connor Jaramillo from Penn wearing number 7. 8 is Brendan Smith. 9, Sean Wellick. 10, Victor Allen. They're all from Penn. 11 is Paul Ross, Columbia. 12 is Daniel Rondon from New Jersey Tech. And Jeff Weinstein from New York Athletic Club wearing 13 on the outside. The IC4A qualifying standard for the 1 mile is 4:14.90. Division 3 qualifying 4:22.00. Division 2 is 4:04.92 with a 4:14 qualifier. Paul Snyder, Connor Garamillo, Michael Kiley, Joe Cotran. Coming up on the quarter-mile split, and they line up. Snyder, Aramillo, Cotran. 400 meter, the quarter mile, 64.2. 64.2 at the 1/4 mile. Coming up now on 5 laps to go. Paul Snyder with the powder blue of Columbia. Caramillo, Cotran. Brendan Smith is 4th at this point. Snyder and Jaramillo. Coming up on the half-mile split. Into second now, that is Paul Ross, Columbia running. 1-2, followed by Penn and Columbia. Paul Ross now taking the lead. Ross, Snyder, Caramillo, coming up on 3 laps to run. Into third now, that's Joe Cotran. Columbia running 1-2-3. Ross, Snyder, Cotran. Now breaking up that Columbia 3, coming up on 3/4 of a mile. That is Ross and Weinstein. 3:11.4 at 3/4 of a mile. 3:11.4. Ross Weinstein from the New York Athletic Club. Down the straightaway, they'll have one more lap to go. Weinstein, Ross, and Cotran. Weinstein and Ross, 100 meters into the turn. Ross back in the lead. "50 meters down to the finish line. Paul Ross, Paul Snyder, Joe Cotran, and Jeff Weinstein. Ross, 4:15.35. Snyder, 4:16.22. Cotran, 4:16.48. Followed by Weinstein from the New York AC, 4:16.66. Aramillo, Penn, 4:17.75. Section 2, that will be followed by the finals of the hurdles. All hurdle finalists should be down at the starting line now. Five in this second section. Looks like we're down to 4.
On your mark.
Wearing number 1, Jonathan Dodlin from New Jersey Tech. Number 3 is Timothy Dodlin from New Jersey Tech. 4 is Andrew Pate from Staten Island. And wearing number 5, Nathan Sylvain from Lehman. With the early lead, Dodlin, Pate, Dodlin, and Sylvain. Coming up on the quarter mile. Dodlin, Pate, Dodlin, and Sylvain. Quarter mile, 66.4. 66.4 at the quarter mile split. Coming up on 5 laps to go. This is Jonathan Dodlin, Andrew Pate, Timothy Dodlin, and Nathan Sylvain. Less than 5 laps to run. Coming up on the half mile. $2:16.8. 2:16.8. Half mile. Less than 4 laps to run. 3 laps. Jonathan Dordlin, Pate, Timothy Dordlin, and Sylvain.
This is the first call. Women, men, 500-meter dash. First call, women, men, 500-meter dash. Please check in at the clerk area.
Two laps to go. This will be 3/4 of a mile. 3:27.7. 3:27.7 at 3/4. Dordlin, Pate, Dordlin, and Sylvain. Bell lap for Jonathan Dordlin. "60 meters to go, and off the turn, here comes Jonathan Dordlin. Andrew Pate, Staten Island. Timothy Dordlin. And Nathan Sylvain Lehman will complete tonight's men's 1-mile run. Coming up next, final for the men's high hurdles. We remind everyone that tonight we'll be crowning a team champion. 8 places will score team points based on 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First is 10, 8th place is 1. And of course, teams can score as many athletes as possible. And here are your finalists. In tonight's men's high hurdles, lane 1 will be Darius Reeves from Cheney. Lane 2, Sick Barry Penn. Lane 3, Thomas Ryan from Army. Lane 4, Kyla Martin from Army. Lane 5, Nicholas Beavers from Army Prep. Lane 6, Michael Brown from Penn. Lane 7, Taylor Andrews from the Army. And lane 8, Hayden Conrad from Army. Army has 4 finalists in here. The NCAA Division II qualifying standard, 7.90, 8.31 provisional qualifier. Division III schools, it's 8.65, and for the IC4A, 8.25. Reeves, Barry, Ryan, Martin, Beavers, Brown, Andrews, and Conrad, high hurdle finals. And that's West Point. That's the Army. Kyla Martin and Thomas Ryan, 1-2.
And now our officials will adjust the height and interval of the hurdles in preparation for the women's 60-meter hurdle final.
And there are your official times being posted on Armory Tron scoreboard. Martin, 8:11, Ryan, 8:31, Brown, 8:49, Reeves, 8:49. Beavers, 8:49 as well, Barry. And all of those athletes will be scoring points for their team.
And for the women's 60-meter hurdles, the ECAC Division III qualifying standard is 9.45. ECAC Division I mark is 8.80. Competing here this evening in lane 1, Noella Anyangwe, Maryland. 2, Chanel Rogers, Georgian Court. 3, Amber Scott, Penn. 4, Thea Lafong, Maryland. 5, Eliana Yankilev, Penn. 6, Elizabeth McKenna, Princeton. 7, Caitlin Love, Army. And 8, Yvonne Evans, Winston-Salem. The cutoff for entry into the final is 9.37. Our fastest qualifying time, 8.86. And lane 4, that's Thea Lafong, Maryland, first across the finish line.
Up next, finals for the 60 meters. First the women and then the men.
As our officials clear the hurdles, lining up their blocks are our finalists for the women's 60-meter dash. The ECAC Division III qualifying standard is 8.10, and the ECAC Division I standard is 7.68. And on the board, the times for the women's hurdles. LaFond 8.69 is the winning time. And lining up their blocks for the 60-meter dash in lane 1, Ariel Statham, Maryland. 2, Aaron Gutti, Princeton. 3, Toby Ali, Lehman. 4, Leonora Guion Furman, Maryland Eastern Shore. 5, Nanyiram Onyendor, Penn. 6, Lydia Ali, Penn. 7, Abidemi Adenkinju, Princeton. Lane 8, Julia Rizzo, Princeton. The fastest qualifying time was 7.75, and the cutoff for entry into the final was 8.01.
Should be 2 of the men. In 2 sections. Of the 1,000, of the 500. This is the first call, women, men, 800-meter run. First call, women, men, 800-meter run. Please check in at the clerk area.
And lane 4, that's Lenora Guion Furman, Maryland Eastern Shore, is first to the finish line.
Coming up now will be the men's 60-meter finals. The Division II NCAA qualifying standard 6.75, 690 provisional qualifier. IC4A is 698, and for the Division III NCAA qualifying 7.10. Lane 1 will be John Porteous from New Jersey Institute. Lane 2 will be Mason Smith from Penn. Lane 3, Nels Newbray from Maryland Eastern Shore. Lane 4, Marcus Wallace from Maryland Eastern Shore. Lane 5, Ramon Waite from Maryland Eastern Shore. And completing the foursome in this final from Maryland Eastern Shore, Javon Spencer. Some big points available here. Lane 7, Kaylee Mitchell from Cheney. And lane 8, Brent Jules from Penn. Porteous, Smith, Newbray, Wallace, Waite, Spencer, Mitchell, and Jules for tonight's 60-meter championship.
And for the men's long jump final, we are looking for Tavian Ruffin, Maryland Eastern Shore at the long jump runway.
Pole vault bar is now 12 feet, 5.5. Tight finish. And we'll wait for the photo.
And our next event will take place on the track, the women's 1,000-meter run. We have two sections of this event. The ECAC Division I qualifying mark is 256.24. The Division III ECAC, 310.
On your mark.
Wearing hip number 1, Gina Taub, Princeton. 2, Rachel Stokowski, Princeton. 3, Sophia Harrington, Columbia. 4, Chantal Hemley, Maryland Eastern Shore. 5, Greta Feldman, Princeton. 6, Taylor Bumpas, Maryland. 7, Trish Riley, Columbia. 8, Kim McKay, Princeton. And 9, Maria Secora, Princeton. Running fourth, that's Taylor Bumpus, Maryland. Third, Gina Tall, Princeton. Second, Kim McKay, Princeton. And our leader, Taylor Bumpus, Maryland. And the field is approaching 400 meters. 71.5. Taylor Bumpus, Maryland, in the lead. And right behind, that's Trish Riley, Columbia. 148.3. And at 800 meters, 224.2. Maryland setting the pace. And the rest of the field giving chase. Taylor Bumpus. And a late surge changes everything as Princeton is first across the line. That was Kim McKay with a great surge over the final 100 meters. And her finish down in the 2:57 range. We'll get the official time on the board in just a moment. Lining up to the start, this is section 2 and the final section of the women's 1,000. Hip number 1, Hannah Grossman, Penn. 2, Brianne Hollenbaum, New Jersey. 3, Yafrina Cohen, New Jersey. 4, Ashton Kurtz, Army. 5, Sarah Porter, Princeton. 6, Janelle Kelly, Maryland Eastern Shore. 7, Damari Roujois, Lehman. 8, Christy Goldman, Maryland. 9, Katrina McKellenberg, Army. And 10, Meave McCoy, Maryland.
On your mark.
And once again, the ECAC Division I standard is 256.24. Division III standard is 310. Sarah Porter, Princeton, 3rd. Christy Goldman, Maryland, is 2nd. Leader is Hannah Grossman, Penn. .70.7 as the leaders went by. And it looks like we have a new leader. I believe that's Christy Goldman. Maryland has taken over the pace. .148. And Goldman continues to pace the field. And Goldman will take the belt here at 800. 224.9. Goldman in the lead, but she will be challenged along that south straightaway. Going through the east turn, less than 100 meters to go. And leading the way home, Hannah Grossman. She has a chaser right behind her. Second place, Sarah Porter, Princeton. And third place will be Christy Goldman, Maryland.
Coming up now, the men's 1,000 meters, one section and one section only. Rank number 1 is Nathaniel Taylor, Army Prep 2, Keaton Naff from Penn. 3, Andrew Nished from New Jersey Tech. 4 is Louis Scheidler from New Jersey Tech. Connor Nickel wears number 5. Kevin Radigan with number 6 from New Jersey Tech. Mado Bakaya from Penn with number 7. Mark Castelli, Army with number 8. Daniel Everett, Columbia 9. Lucas Lamb, New Jersey Tech 10. And Matt Piazza, LC Elite, number 11. Four laps to go. Daniel Everett, Columbia. Everett, Castelli, McKelja. Three laps to go. Everett, Castelli, McKelja, and Nath. IC 4A qualifying time is 2:28.95. Division 3 NCAA qualifying 2:34.50. Coming up on 2 laps to go. Everett, Castelli, McKelja, and Nath. Followed by Nickel. .500-meter competitors are going to check in by the pole vault. 500 meters, and now we got a challenge. Army takes the lead. Mark Castelli, followed by Everett. Mato McKelja. Coming up on 100 meters to go. Castelli and Everett, they've been together the entire way. Off the final turn, 50 meters to the finish line. Everett, Castelli, and it is going to be Castelli. 500-meter competitors, you're meeting by the pole vault. Women's 500 meters, 2 sections. On the inside, Elizabeth Moten in lane 1. Lane 2, Caitlin Love. They're both from the Army. Lane 3, Stephanie Green from Penn. Sade Pratt, Maryland in 4. Cecilia Borowski, Princeton in 5. Lane 6, Julie Sinkovitz, Maryland. 2 sections, final on time. ECAC qualifying standard is 76.04. Here they come with 1 lap to run. Princeton takes the lead. Cecilia Borowski, Princeton. Sade Pratt, Maryland, right behind. 1/2 a lap to go, 100 meters into the turn they run. And pouring it on, this is Cecilia Borowski, Princeton. Julie Sinkovitz, then Sade Pratt. And the Army will take the next 2 positions.
This is the second and third final call, men, women, 800 meter run. Second and third final call, men's 800 meter run.
Look at those times, 73:35, 74:07, 75:72. Again, the qualifying standard for the ECAC was 76:04. Those are all qualifying times. Section 2 now coming up.
First section, round 2-2. Yes. Second section, position 6, round 2 6s. Left chest, right hand. Yes.
Schedule in section 2 we have listed Diane Garrison, Cheney, Elizabeth McKenna, Princeton, Katie Nappy from Maryland, Jasmine Pitt from Cheney, Alexandra Arnold, New Jersey Tech, Jessica Naimiak from Army, Via DeLorne from Cheney, Aya Isa Kelly from New Jersey Tech.
First call, 400 meter, both men and women.
Starter, you can hold up a second. Mr. Pfeiffer is coming over. Coming up now on final lap. With the lead, that should be Jessica Nymek from the Army. Princeton moves into second. It should be Elizabeth McKenna coming up in the final 100 meters. Jessica from Army, from Princeton, Elizabeth McKenna, and Jessica Nymek. Coming up next will be the men's 500 meters. We have two sections in the men's 500. IC4A qualifying standard 65.20. NCAA Division III is 68.00. In this first section, Joseph Hannigan, Army, will be in lane 1. Joe Beto from Maryland Eastern Shore in 2. Denzel Woody from Columbia in 3. Tim Carey, Penn in 4. Sam Miner, Columbia in 5. John Porteous, who's already run the hurdles tonight and the 60 meters from New Jersey Tech in lane 6. Two and a half laps to go, and now there's 2 to go.
And have results for the women's 1,000 meter run. 8th place, Gina Talt, Princeton, 3:03.69. 7th, Christy Goldman, Maryland, 3:02.80. 6th, Sarah Porter, Princeton, 3:01.36. 5th place, Hannah Grossman, Penn, 3:01.16. 4th, Trish Riley, Columbia, 3 minutes, .81. 3rd, Chantal Hemley, Maryland Eastern Shore, 2:59.53. 2nd, Taylor Bumpas, Maryland, 2:59.13. And our champ in the 1,000 meter run, Kim McKay, Princeton, 2:57.41.
And that's Tim Carey in the lead down the straightaway. Tim Carey tight for second. Might have been Sam Miner from Columbia on the outside. Section 2 of 2.
And results for the men's 1,000 meter run. 8th place, Lewis Scheider, New Jersey, 2:58.14. 7th, Lucas Lamb, New Jersey, 2:48.27. 6th, Andrew Nasheed, New Jersey, 2:46.30. 5th, Connor Nickel, Penn, 2:38.26. Fourth, Keaton Naff, pen 231.35. Third, Mato Bequilia, pen 229.236. Second, Dan Everett, Columbia, 227.42. And the 1,000-meter run champ is Mark Castelli, Army, 227.30.
Final lap. McCory, Kyer. Two runners from Columbia. They're chasing McCory into the final turn. And now to the final 50 meters to the finish line. Christian Beard Cheney, Nolan Kyer from Columbia, Ryan Rodriguez from Columbia, and Dante McCory from Cheney. 800 meters coming up next.
Our next event on the track will be the women's 800-meter run. After 3 events scoring the standings, fourth place, Maryland Eastern Shore with 13 points for women. Maryland had 17 points for the women. Second is Penn with 20 points, and the leader for the women, Princeton with 42 points. Among the men, fourth place, Army, 21. Third, Maryland Eastern Shore with 23. Second, Columbia with 24, and the leader among the men, Penn, with 29 points.
Okay. Section 4, lane 3. Take one, number 3.
ECAC Division I qualifying standard for the women's 800 is 214.44.
Section 5.
I'll introduce the field immediately after the gun.
Number 5. Take it off there. And put it on your right hip.
And we are exactly on time.
Take one, number 4. Put it on your right hip. Okay, lane 4. I mean section 4, lane 5. Take one, number 5, and put it on your right hip. Okay, take one. I will take the 60.
On your mark.
Take your right hip.
The women's field this evening, wearing hip number 1, Melissa Zadiel, Princeton. 2, Anise Mars, Maryland Eastern Shore. 3, Tyra Winfrey, Winston-Salem. 4, Kristen Smoot, Princeton. 5, Rachel Ngu, Columbia. 6, Pauline Dabrowski, Penn. 5, Christy Baptiste, Winston-Salem. 6, Ariana Tabatabai, Penn. And 9, Maya Hicks, Maryland. Running second, Maya Hicks from Maryland. Our leader is Anise Mars, Maryland Eastern Shore. In third place, that's Kristen Smoot for Princeton. And Princeton moving up, Melissa Zadiel. And we'll call that 64.7 at 400. And that's well within the ECAC Division I qualifying standard. Melissa Zygel still leading, 137.2.
Second and third
On to the
call
straight away,
for
finish
the
line in sight.
400. Both men
Zygel
and women.
leading the way
400
into the
meters.
finish.
Check in.
And her teammate nips her in the final 10 meters. And they finish down in the 2:11 range, well within the ECAC Division I qualifying standard of 2:14.44. So Kristen Smoot outguns her teammate Melissa Zygel as they finish 1-2. And that will bring up the second and final section of the women's 800.
On your marks.
And in our second section, wearing hip number 1, Melissa Martinez, Lehman. 2, Emily Ducados, Maryland Eastern Shore. 3, Maimuna Dula Rivera, Lehman. 4, Rosalina Hernandez, Lehman. 5, Leticia Sally, Maryland Eastern Shore. 6, Shannon McCarthy, Penn. 7, Olukimi Adinji, Columbia. And 8, Jessica Aguilar, Lehman. Maryland Eastern Shore running 1-2. .6. .139.2. .214.44. ECAC Division I qualifying standard. In the first section, 3 women made that mark. And our next event on the track will be the men's 800. We have 2 sections of the men's event. In section 1, wearing hip number 1, Swayze Brown, Army. 2, Mitchell Dutton, Army. 3, Dylan Chamberlain, Army. 4, Thomas Tallarico, Penn.
Final call 400. Final call 400.
5.
3,000 can start checking in.
5, Mohib Thomas. 6, Shaquille Turner, Maryland Eastern Shore. And 7, Kirk Webb Penn. IC4A qualifying standard is 154.90. ECAC Division III standard is 157.20.
On your marks. I know that.
And they go through the east turn, tightly packed. Mohib Thomas, New Jersey, in the lead, 27.8. Maryland Eastern Shore is second. That's Shaquille Turner. And Mohib Thomas continues to lead. $57.1. Penn, Tom Tellerico moves into second place. And that's Mohib Thomas from New Jersey, setting the pace. And they're coming up on the bell. 126.6. And that bell was the signal for Thomas Tellerico from Penn to take off, and he has. Final 100. Coming off that east turn, Tellerico guns it for the finish line, and coming up from behind the field, that's Mitchell Dutton. But meanwhile, Tellerico gets the win. Dutton is second. His teammate Brown is third. And stepping up to the starting line will be the second and final section of the men's 800. Wearing hip number 1, Robert Kulimus, Army. 2, Matt Shylock, Penn. 3, Norman Hamilton, New Jersey. 4, Nathaniel Bailey, New Jersey. 5, Raul Camacho, Lehman. 5, Daniel Camacho, Army. 7, Jonathan Dowdeline, New Jersey.
On your marks. Stand up. On your marks.
And our men's IC4A qualifying standard, a tough one to meet, 154.90. In the early going, Dan Camacho has the lead, 29 seconds. In second place, that's Matt Shylock for Penn. $59.4. And Penn now second and third. That's Jonathan Dowdeline. And we shuffle the field as they approach the bell. And we'll call that 128.4. On the north side, charge the finish line, Matt Shylock. And he gets the win. His teammate is second, and third goes to Dan Camacho, Army. Our next event on the track will be the women's 400-meter dash.
Second call, 3,000. Second call, 3,000. Men and women.
7.04. This is section 1 of 4, stepping up to the starting line. Lane 2, Coos Sullivan, Winston-Salem. 3, Anya Fields, Maryland. 4, Ariel Stratton, Maryland. 5, Jasmine Ross, unattached. And 6, Joy Hand, Princeton. 57.04, time to beat.
On your mark. Blue line, blue line, blue line. Set.
And this is the first of 4 sections for the women's 400. Cutting in after the cones. 26.5 as Maryland has the early lead, running first and second. At the finish, it might be the case that Princeton, by a minor margin, may have outstrided Maryland. It was close. And that will bring up section 2 of 4. In section 2, lane 1, Sinette Rivers, Winston-Salem. Lane 2, Belina Gallus, Maryland Eastern Shore. 3, Emily Broilers, Princeton. 4, Janelle Wade, Maryland Eastern Shore. 5, Ashley Brannock, Maryland. And 6, Gayon Evans, Maryland Eastern Shore. .200 meters, 26.4. Maryland Eastern Shore, 1, 2, 3, right in a row. looks like that's how they'll finish. Maryland Eastern Shore, 1, 2, Maryland interloped and stole third place. Little late surge there. All right, stepping up to the start, this is section 3 of 4, the women's 400.
On your mark. Stand up. On the entry, work the big, please. On your mark. Set.
And for all of you who are watching this event on the internet, you have a trackside seat. And you can have an actual seat here in the Armory on February 16th when we hold the Millrose Games. The 106th running of the Millrose Games will take place here on Saturday, February 16th. And you're wondering, what will you get your Valentine this year? Well, maybe not the flowers and certainly not the candy. How about 2 tickets to the Millrose Games? Put them in a card, easy to wrap up, and take your favorite someone right here to the Armory for a night out. Seats are in all price ranges that even a college student can afford a good seat. So don't delay. Last year we did sell out. We sold out even the standing room last year. So it's a great event. Saturday, February 16th. ArmoryTrack.com. Check it out for your tickets online. Stepping up to the start will be the 4th and final section of the women's 400.
On your mark. Blue line, blue line.
Section 4, lane 2, Vinca Jackson, New Jersey. 3, Kelsey Jackson, New Jersey. 4, Kayla Green, Georgian Court. 5, Janelle Rogers, Georgian Court. And 6, Cassandra Lenkowski, Georgian Court. In Heat 2, looks like Evans from Maryland Eastern Shore had a 56.22. That does make the ECAC Division I qualifying standard. Congratulations on that.
This is the final call for the 3,000, both men and women. Check in now.
No blocks for the 4.
And here we go with the men's 400 meters.
On your marks. Stand up there. Stand up.
5 sections, final on time. We got lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6 in play.
On your marks.
Three runners from Maryland Eastern Shore there in lane 3. Aaron Chapman, lane 5. Andre Walsh, lane 6. Xavier Brown. Breaking them up in lane 4 is Marcus Jackson from Armory. Cheney State running 1, 2, and 3. Big points, 24 points available for the team competition and into the final 55 meters. Look like on the outside, that was Aaron Chapman, Maryland Eastern Shore. Division II qualifying time in the 400 is 47:34. Provisional is 49:25. IC4A qualifying time 49:20. NCAA Division III qualifying time 51.00. Chris Smith, Army in lane 2. Harris, Maryland Eastern Shore in 3. Webb, 4. Lane 5 is Click. Columbia, lane 6. Kovalchik from Columbia in 6.
Stand up. On your marks.
Lane 6 is vacant. So we've got Smith, Harris, Webb, and Click. Craig Webb, Maryland Eastern Shore, holding that lead. Smith Army trying to close in on Maryland Eastern Shore. Down the straightaway, final 10 meters. And holding on, that was Craig Webb. Maryland Eastern Shore, Christopher Smith. Army was second.
On your marks.
Section 3 of 5. Jarman, Maryland Eastern Shore. Hammond, Columbia. Raphael, Army, and Watkins, Cheney State.
Okay.
The battle for the all-important lead at the cut-in.
You're number 9. Two numbers is a 9. Left hip, right hip, right hip, left chest. Right. Number 1. Take 2 number 1. Slow to number 1.
100 meters to go in this third of 5 sections.
You have to stay here, Sam. Girls, he's putting you out now. Go over there. Left chest, right hip.
On your marks.
No, we're running ahead.
Section 4 of 5.
You gotta go over there and find out what numbers you are. Men in the 3,000, we are ahead of schedule and almost none of you have checked in.
Sousa, Uchero, Kahusak, and Madza. Columbia takes the lead. Cahusac. Thomas Cahusac from Columbia. Second was Army's Efa Matza. Fifth and final section.
On your marks. Set.
Ratunno, New Jersey Tech. Pfaff, Staten Island. Lindsay, Lehman. Pina from Cheney State. Tyler Ratunno, New Jersey Tech, with the lead. Staten Island's next, Pfaff, followed by Lindsay from Lehman. Here comes Pena from Cheney State. 100 meters holding on to that lead. That's Tyler Ratunno from New Jersey Institute of Technology. Tyler Ratunno, New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Our next event on the track is the women's 3,000 meter run, 15 laps of the track. The ECAC Division I qualifying standard is 9:58.94. We have one section of the women, 19 runners. I'll introduce the field immediately after the gun.
This is the first call, women's 200-meter run. Please report to the clerk area. First call, women's 200-meter run.
On your mark.
And they're off. Wearing hip number 1, Brianne Hollenbach, New Jersey. 2, Alyssa Gensit, Penn. 3, Amanda Chang, Princeton. 4, Megan Kelly, Georgian Court. 5, Bridget Nolan, Maryland. 6, Justine Berger, Georgian Court. 7, Sophie Harkins, Princeton. 8, Joashuna Kelly, Winston-Salem. 9, Yabrina Cohen, New Jersey. 10, Erica Newer, Princeton. 11, Jackie Jameldine, Staten Island. 12, Abby Hewitt, Princeton. 13, Margaret Diacont, Penn. 14, Marissa Cummings, Princeton. 15, Melissa Newberry, Princeton. 16, Anna Roth, Maryland. 17, Laura Almdua, Georgian Court. 18, Evelina Marut, New Jersey. And 19, Lindsay Eisenbach, Princeton. And approaching 400 meters, it's all Princeton just about. 77.4. That's Melissa Newberry for Princeton, pacing the field. And we'll call that about a 156 round numbers for the leader. In third place, that's Marissa Cummings for Princeton. Second, Erica Fleur, Princeton. The leader was and remains Melissa Newberry, Princeton. On this loop, the field is coming up on 1,000 meters. 3:13.4. In fourth place for Princeton, that's Lindsay Eisenbach. Third, also Princeton, Marissa Cummings. Second is Princeton, Erica Fleur. And our leader, Melissa Newberry, Princeton. Among the top six, Alyssa Gensick for Penn. And Abby Hewitt for Princeton. Lindsay Eisenbach, Princeton. And then the Princeton trio, still in the same order up front, led by Melissa Newberry. And Melissa taking the field through their paces with 9 laps to go. Down to 7. Newberry, Princeton, still setting the pace.
Results, women's 500 meters. 8th went to New Jersey Institute. 7th to Army. 6th to Princeton. And here are the top 5 finishers. Elizabeth Moten, Army, 121.6. 4th, Caitlin Love, Army, 78.82. 3rd, Shade Pratt, Maryland, 75.72. 2nd, Julie Sinkovitz, Maryland, 74.07. And the champion, Cecilia Borowski, Princeton, 73.35.
And our leaders will be coming up on the 2,000-meter mark as they go past the finish line area.
This is the third and final call, women's 200-meter run. Third and final call, women's 200-meter run. Please report to the clerk area.
6:30.8 for Erica Fleur, Princeton.
Now, women's team scores after 6 events. 5th is Army with 15. 4th, Maryland Eastern Shore with 26. 3rd is Penn with 28. 2nd is Maryland with 61. And leading with 69 points, Princeton. Men's 500 meters. 8 points go to Columbia. 7th to Maryland Eastern Shore. 6th to Columbia. The top 5, Christian Baird, Cheney, 67.01. 4th, John Porteous, New Jersey Institute, 66.93. 3rd, Joseph Hannigan, Army, 66.29. Sam Miner is 2nd from Columbia, 66.25. And the winner is Tim Carey, Penn, 65.16. Men's team scores now after 5 events. New Jersey Tech, 17. Maryland Eastern Shore, 25. Army with 37. Columbia with 44. Penn with 54.
And on the track, moved up to 3rd is Alyssa Gensit for Penn, now in 3rd. 2nd, Melissa Newbury, Princeton. The leader was and remains Erica Fleur, Princeton.
Mike, women's long jump. 8 points go to Princeton. 7th point go to Winston-Salem. 6 went to Penn. Top 5, Leanna Yankovic from Penn, 17.8 3/4. 4th, Alicia Allen, Winston-Salem, 17 feet 10 1/4. Erin Gutte, Columbia is 3rd, 17.11. 2nd, Shanavia Thomas, Cheney, 18.2 1/4. And the winner of the women's long jump, Geronda Williams, Maryland Eastern Shore, 18.2 1/2.
And as the leaders go by the finish line, they'll have 1 lap to go. And we'll hit the bell for Melissa Newbury. She's back in the lead again. 9:11.7 as she goes by. Her teammate in 2nd, Erica Fleur, Princeton, and 3rd, Alyssa Gensit, Penn, in the red. Newbury coming off the east turn onto the north straightaway. Finish line is in sight as she attacks these final meters.
Final call,
with a
women's
win.
200. Final call, women's 200. Report to the clerking area now.
Jensen is 2nd, Fleur 3rd.
Women's shot put, 8th place points go to Maryland Eastern Shore. 7th to Maryland, 6th to Georgian Court. Top 5, Teresa Picciello from Penn, 45.7 1/4. 4th, Tiffany O'Keem, Georgian Court, 46 3/4. 3rd, Lexia Robinson, Maryland Eastern Shore, 47.8 1/2. The runner-up, Chiome Onyekwea from Maryland, 48 feet 8 inches. And the women's shot put winner tonight, Mariah Young, Maryland Eastern Shore, 49-9.
And the top 3 finishers all achieved the ECAC Division I qualifying mark of 958.94. Congratulations.
Men's 800 meters, 8th place points went to Maryland Eastern Shore, 7th to Army, 6th to New Jersey Institute of Technology, to Penn, 6th rather. Top 5, Mohib Thomas, New Jersey Tech, 159.97. 4th, Swayze Brown, Army, 157.77. Mitchell Dutton, Army is 3rd, 157.29. Matt Chilak, Penn, runner-up, 156.77. And the men's 800-meter champion, 156.18, Kirk Webb from Penn. Women's 800 meters. 8th place points went to Winston-Salem State, 7th to Maryland Eastern Shore, and 6th to Penn. Top 5, Ariana Tatabai from Penn, 216.06. 4th, Emily Ducatos from Maryland Eastern Shore, 214.00. 3rd, Maya Hicks, Maryland, 212.08. Runner-up, Melissa Zajdel, Princeton, 211.70. And the women's 800-meter champion, 211.59, Princeton's Kristen Smoot. Women's 400 meters, 8th place points went to Maryland. 7th place went to Maryland Eastern Shore, 6th to Princeton. Top 5, Melina Gallus, Maryland Eastern Shore, 58.11. 4th, Ayana Fields, Maryland, 57.97. 3rd, Ariel Stratham, Maryland, 57.13. Runner-up, Joey Han, Princeton, 57.09. And the women's 400-meter champion from Maryland Eastern Shore, 56.22, Devon Evans. Now, after 9 events, top 5 teams in the women's team competition. Winston-Salem State has 16. Penn is 4th with 42. Maryland Eastern Shore is 3rd with 59. Maryland is 2nd with 79. And leading after 9 events in the women's team competition, 105 points, the Tigers of Princeton.
Okay, men, this is your first call for the 200. When you come down here, please do not bring any electronic equipment down with you. Men's 200, check in.
"21 competitors, 15 laps, men's 3,000-meter run." And we'll identify these competitors when the race gets underway. Division 2, qualifying standard 802, 828 is provisional. IC4A, 827.20. Division 3, NCAA qualifying time, 850.00. Wearing number 1 is Thomas Hayward, Penn. 2, Ricardo Galindo from Army. 3, Scott Rizzo, New Jersey Tech. 4, Ben Eversole, Columbia. 5, George Dixon, Penn. 6, Ludwig Funfrock from Army. 7 is Basil Mellick, Maryland Eastern Shore. 8, Christian Bumbach from New Jersey Tech. Steve Eaglehart, Columbia wears 9. John Truman, Penn with 10. Number 11 is Trevor LaFontaine, Army. 12 is Nate Brennan from Columbia. 13 is Clark Shirtleft from Penn. 14, Daniel Jester, Army. 15, William Meadows, Penn. 16, Edward Donnelly, Penn. 17, Thomas Gerodot from Army. 18, Samuel Obisanya, Staten Island. 19 is Michael Wallace, Staten Island. 20 is Andrew Beck, Army. 21 is Brendan Smith from Penn. 400 meters, the leader, Brendan Smith. They went out in 66.1.
Second call, men's 200.
Twelve laps remain. Brendan Smith, Ben Eversole, Thomas A. Watt. He'll be coming up on the 800-meter split. .214.8, 214.8 at 800 meters. Now taking over the lead, this is Columbia, Smith back to second. This will be the 1,000-meter split. 1,000 meters, 247.6. 247.6 at 1,000. That's Brendan Smith back into the lead. He's followed by Eaglehart, Eversole, and Thomas Awad. Thomas Awad, no stranger to this track. Formerly of Chaminade, New York State, 1,600-meter champion. Freshman now at Penn. 9 laps to go. Continues to be Smith, Eaglehart, Eversole, and Awad. Coming up on 8 laps to go. 7 down, 8 to go. Smith, Eversole, Eaglehart, Awad, Galindo, and Meadows, the lead pack.
This is the final call for the men's 200. Report to the clerk now.
1,500 meters was 412.1. 428.6 at the 1,600 meters, 428.6. Awad moves up on the inside. Eversole and Awad now out there in the lead. Coming up on 6 laps to go. Eversole, Awad, Eaglehart, Galindo, and Meadows. Those are the lead pack.
And on the high jump competition, the bar is currently at 2.05 meters. That's 6 feet 8 3/4 inches. We have one competitor remaining in the event at this height, Tom Pitt for Penn.
536.6 at 2,000 meters. And here come your two leaders in the light blue, Columbia. Right behind him, that's Penn, coming up on 4 laps to run. Eversole, Awad. Next is Galindo, followed by Eagleheart and Meadows, the lead 5. Awad now takes the lead. Here's your leaders, 2 to run, 3 to run, 3 to run. Awad, Eversole, Galindo is 3rd. 4th is Eagleheart. Meadows is 5th. And now Eversole back in the lead. 2 laps to run. Here they are. Ben Eversole of Columbia. Thomas Awad of Penn. 300 meters, that's all that's left. Off the turn, this is Ben Eversole. Right behind him is Penn's Thomas Awad. Bell lap. Ricardo Galindo is 3rd. Final 100 meters. Here he comes around the turn. Ben Eversole, Columbia. Here is Thomas Awad, Penn. Here comes Ricardo Galindo from Army. Steve Eagleheart.
Excuse me, please take those headphones off.
William Meadows. Fast closing John Truman. And Clark shirt left. Times posted on the board. The winning time, 8:20.97. For Eversole, Awad, 8:25.02. Galindo, 8:30.33. The IC4A standard, 2 of those young men have hit it, was 8:27.20.
And at the high jump apron, making a 3rd attempt at 2.05 meters, be Tom Pitt from Penn. The IC4A qualifying standard is 2.04. Give Tom a little hand here. Put your hands together.
Men's 400 meters, 8th place
4
points
by 8.
went to
Both
Army.
men and women, check in now. 4 by 8 teams, check in now.
7 points went to Maryland Eastern Shore. 6 went to Army. In the top 5, Christopher Smith, Army, 49.95. 4th, Craig Webb, Maryland Eastern Shore, 49.75. 3rd, Andre Walsh, Maryland Eastern Shore, 49.03. Xavier Brown, Maryland Eastern Shore, 48.93. And you guessed it, the winner, Maryland Eastern Shore, 48.91. Aaron Chapman, Some big points for Maryland Eastern Shore. Now, after 8 events in the men's team competition, Cheney has 24, Columbia with 44, Maryland Eastern Shore with 58, Army with 75, and leading after 8 events in the men's team competition, Penn with 85.
And just a moment ago, Tom Pitt had a miss on his 3rd attempt at 2.05 meters in the high jump. He does get the win tonight, and of course the 10 points for Penn.
Men's long jump, 8th place points went to Maryland Eastern Shore. 7th place points to Cheney. 6th place points to Cheney as well. Top 5, men's long jump, Nathan Weir, Army, 20 feet 6 1/4 inches. 4th, Christopher Kittle, Army, 20 feet 9 3/4. 3rd was Jewel Jones, Cheney, 20 feet 11 1/4. Runner-up, Elliot Knotts, Army, 21 feet 1/2 inch. Tonight's long jump winner from Penn, 21 feet 3 1/4 inch, Semi Epicona Lay.
At the starting line, this is heat 1 of 9, women's 200. And on the track, 3 runners on the outside. That's Lenore Guillaume-Berman for Maryland Eastern Shore. And she is first across the line. 25.04 is the ECAC Division I qualifying standard, and she's got it with a 23.90. And that will bring up section 2. Lane 2 is Jackson, Maryland, Eastern Shore. 3, Simons, Maryland. 4, Benbow, Maryland, Eastern Shore. 5, Michaud, Winston-Salem. And 6, Thomas, Cheney.
Men's long jump, 8 plate points went to Maryland Eastern Shore. 7th to Cheney, 6th to Cheney. Top 5, Nathan Weir, Army, 20 feet. We just did that one. Men's shot put, 8th place points went to Army, 7th place to Penn, 6th to Penn. Top 5, Javier Garcia, Cheney, 49 feet, 1/4 inch.
And Maryland Eastern Shore going head-to-head, as it were, with Winston-Salem. Fighting Hawks versus the Rams. At the finish line, the Rams got it by the smallest margin.
4th place in the shot put went to Scott Gary from Army, 49 3.5. 3rd, Shane Jones, Army, 49 4.5. The runner-up, Jacob Brenza, Penn, 51 feet 1 3/4 inch. Men's shot put champion, Maryland Eastern Shore, 57 feet 1 inch, Dylan Simon.
At the starting line, this is section 3 of 9. Lane 2, Randall, Winston-Salem. 3, Ali, Penn. 4, Wade, Maryland Eastern Shore. 5, Vargas Sullivan, Winston-Salem. And 6, Bong, Penn.
Women's 3,000 meters, 8th place points went to Penn. 7th place to Maryland, and 6th to Penn. Top 5, they're all from Princeton.
Approaching the finish line, it's a close one, and lane 5 is first across the line. That was Cruz Vargas Sullivan, Winston-Salem.
Here are your top 5. Women's 3,000 meters. 5th, Marissa Cummings, Princeton, 10:15:55. 4th, Abby Hewitt, Princeton, 10:06:66. 3rd, Lindsay Eisenbach, Princeton, 10:04:68. 2nd, Erica Fleur, 9:56:23. And making a clean sweep of the top 5, Melissa Newberry, Princeton, 9:47:42. Princeton comes away with 33 points in the women's 3,000 meters. And now the team scores, top 5 teams. Winston-Salem State with 16. Penn has 46. Maryland Eastern Shore with 59. Maryland has 81. And in the lead after 10 events in the women's top team competition, Princeton with 138.
At the starting line of the track, this will be section 4 of now 8 sections of the women's 200. I'll introduce the field immediately after the gun.
On your mark.
And in lane 2, that's Noella Anyangwe, Maryland. Lane 3, Joanna Anyangwu, Princeton. 3, Crystal Watkins, Cheney. And 4, Abidemi Adekinju, Princeton. Stepping up to the start, this will be 5 of 8. Lane 2, Jasmine Carter, Cheney. 3, Julia Rizzo, Princeton. 4, Imani Oliver, Princeton. 5, Emily Easton, Princeton. And 6, Sarah Rond, Princeton.
Men's 400 meters, 8th place points went to Army. 7th to Maryland Eastern Shore, 6th to Army. Top 5, Christopher Smith, Army, 49.95. 4th was Craig Webb, 49.75. 3rd, Andre Walsh, 49.03. 2nd, Xavier Brown, Maryland Eastern Shore, 48.93. And the champion, Aaron Chapman, the top 5, all the top 4 of 5, all from Maryland Eastern Shore.
On your mark.
Section 5 of 8 for the women's 200-meter dash. Final meters, and first across the line, that's lane 6, Sarah Roan, Princeton. Next up, we go to section 6 of 8. Lane 1 is Ashley Quattlebaum Cheney, 2, Amira Privat-Yeiser, Penn, 3, Gillian Berger, Penn, 4, Anna Lale, Army, 5, Amber Scott, Penn, and 6, Susan Laura, Georgian Court.
Men's team scores now after 8 events. Cheney has 24, Columbia with 44, Maryland Eastern Shore with 58, Army with 75, and leading by 10 points, Penn with 85 points.
On your mark. Set.
6 of 8. Georgian Court on the outside, the Wolves. And coming up hard on the inside, 10. That's Amira Privat-Yeiser. And Yeiser is first across the line.
Mike, in the pole vault, the bar is now 14 feet, 11 inches. We have 3 competitors left. They're ready for their second jumps. They are all from Army. Justin Harris, followed by Christian Mapes and Mark Van Benchoten. Maybe they should be going to the Air Force. They're all flying high tonight.
Stepping up to the start. Section 7 of 8 for the women's 200. Lane 1, Tuffy, Army. 2, Jackson, New Jersey. 3, Moore, Maryland Eastern Shore. 4, Bican, Lehman. 5, Yankilev.
4x4 team should be checking in now, both men and women.
On your mark. Set.
And in lane 4, that's Shantae Bican, Lehman Lightning. On the outside, Jasmine Little, Georgian Court, the Wolves. At the finish, lane 5 gets the win, Ilian Yankilev, Penn. And now our 8th and final section of the women's 200-meter dash competition. Lane 1 is Veronica Sweet, Cheney. 2, Chelsea Chamara, New Jersey. 3, Sydney Gillon for Penn. 4, Esther Alfaro, New Jersey. 5, Cassandra Lenkowski, Georgian Court. 6, Mariah Jennings, Georgia Court.
Mark is up.
On your mark. Set.
On the inside, making up that stagger, Veronica Sweet Cheney. Cheney Wolves. On the outside, Georgian Court. Crossing the finish, it'll be Georgian Court, lane 6, Mariah Jennings. And that's a wrap for the women's 200. We'll take you over to the men and my colleague, Dennis Cornfield.
And Mike, over here at the pole vault, our vaulters are ready for their third attempt at 14:11. It'll be Justin Harris, followed by Christian Mapes, and then Mark Van Den Schoten, all from the Army. West Point flying high tonight.
Gentlemen, stay behind your blocks. On your marks.
Here we go, men's 200 meters. 4 sections, final on time.
Set.
Ramon Waite, Maryland Eastern Shore. Twain Powell, Maryland Eastern Shore. Kenwell Wright Cheney, Marcus Wallace, Maryland Eastern Shore. Section 1 of 4. In lane 6, that was Marcus Wallace, Maryland Eastern Shore. Section 2, Lane 2, Brandon Chapman, Maryland Eastern Shore. Lane 3, Michael Brown, Penn. Lane 4, Kyle Webster, Penn. Lane 6, Javon Spencer, Maryland Eastern Shore.
Gentlemen, stand behind your blocks.
NCAA Division II qualifying standard 2130, provisional 2220. IC4A, they're looking for 2224. Division III, NCAA 2280.
On your marks. Set.
Section 2 to the finish line on the outside. That's Siobhan Spencer, Maryland Eastern Shore. Section 3 of 5. And it should be a good one. We have full lanes except for one. Lane 2, Afamaza, Army. Lane 3, Sick, Barry, Penn. Lane 4, Chad Payne, Penn. Lane 5, Hakeem Harris, Maryland Eastern Shore. Lane 6, Mason Smith, Penn. For those of you still in the area tomorrow, we remind you tomorrow, the New Balance High School Invitational, which also features some elite races in the 400, 800, 1600, some of the best athletes in the world competing here tomorrow. For those of you watching on the webcast, be sure to tune in tomorrow. All the action gets underway at 8:45 tomorrow morning. The 2013 New Balance Invitational. And don't forget, next Friday and Saturday, the Armory Collegiate Meet. Marzer, Barry, Payne, Harris, Smith. Harrison Smith down the straightaway. Harris, Smith, and Payne. The final section of tonight's 200 meters. Lane 3 is Brent Jules from Penn. Lane 4, Christopher Gallia from Staten Island. Lane 5, Jonathan Lehman from the Army. And lane 6, Morgan Akins from New Jersey Institute of Technology. Final section, and then the relays get underway. Jules, Galea, Lehman, and Akins, final section. Kalia down the center of the track. Christopher Galia and Jonathan Lehman, 1-2. Coming up next will be our relays.
Starting at the starting line, this will be the women's 4x8 relay.
On your mark.
The women's ECAC Division I standard is 9:25.24. And among the teams here tonight, see we have a number of Lions. We have the New Jersey Lions tonight. We have the Georgian Court Lions, the Columbia Lions. The only team I think we're missing for Lions, we don't have the Malloy Lions. And we'll have to have each runner down in the 2:20 range to make that ECAC Division I qualifying mark. And this is Maryland in the lead. One more lap and we'll get that stick over to the second leg. And the second leg in the exchange zone, eager for the arrival of that baton. Maryland makes the first exchange, and we'll call it a 2:18, the opening leg of the 4x8. And 2:18 well within the comfort zone to make that ECAC Division I standard 9:25.24. And Winston-Salem in the second position, the Rams, followed by Princeton. And a number of people putting their hands together for triple jump action as the men's event continues. Maryland maintaining their lead, while Princeton is second, Winston-Salem third.
If you used a pen, please return it.
At the exchange zone, the third leg, ready for the sticks. Once again, Maryland is first to make the handoff, 4:35.9, and we'll call that a 2:18 on that last leg. All the sticks are passed off to the third runner. 3 laps to go for the leader before we make that anchor exchange. Maryland, Princeton, Winston-Salem, first, second, and third. Maryland, one more lap, and we get that stick over to fresh legs. And we're ready for that anchor exchange. Maryland, 6:55, and again about a 2:19 on that last leg, 2:19.2. Maryland, school on a mission, and it looks like they're running well within the clock to achieve better than a 9:25.24. ECAC Division I qualifying mark. Two laps to go, Maryland. Maryland takes the bell. And perhaps more than one school could achieve that 9:25 qualifier. First, it'll be Maryland coming off the east turn onto the north straightaway. Maryland approaching the line. And they cross. I've got about a 9:10 for Maryland. And looks like in the 9:15.5 range for second place. All right, officially on the clock, 9:10.07 for Maryland, 9:15.60 for Princeton. So both schools have made that ECAC Division I standard.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're glad you stayed here, and you may be able to watch something very special coming up. Tonight we have a group of 4 young men. They're all masters. That means they're over the age of 40 years. And they're going to attempt to set a new world record in this 4x800 meters. The world record is 8:07:48 for masters 40 years and older. The 4 young men that are running for this unattached team from Boston: Chris Simpson, Scott Weeks, Mark Gomez, and Eric Nadeau. In this race, we have New York Institute of Technology, and helping the pace, we have Columbia. Leading off for the Masters team is Chris Simpson. He was the 2012 USA Masters Invitational runner-up at 800 meters. The world record is 8:07:48. And that's Columbia taking it out, helping to set the pace. New Jersey Tech is second, and the Masters from Boston are right with them, running third. Masters 40 years young. Columbia setting the pace. New Jersey Tech right behind, and the Masters team is right behind them. Coming on this first 400 meters, 59.1 for the Masters leadoff leg. 59.1. This is Chris Simpson, 2012 USA Masters Invitational runner-up. Final lap on the lead-off legs. Columbia setting the pace. New Jersey Tech second. Here comes Chris Simpson of the Masters. Getting ready to take the baton for the Masters is Scott Weeks. Lead-off leg for the Masters. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, .9 was the lead-off leg. Scott Weeks, last year was the #1 master, 800 meters outdoor on that second leg. 8:07:48 is the record. The pace setters Columbia, New Jersey Tech, and the Masters from Boston. Columbia setting the pace. Moving into second now, the Boston Masters. 56.7 on that first 400 meters for Scott Weeks. 57.6. Columbia trying to set the pace for these amazing young men. Coming up on the final lap on the second legs. Columbia setting the pace. The Masters from Boston right behind. And New Jersey Tech. Getting ready to take the baton, Mark Gomez. .61 for that, 400 meters. .358 at the halfway mark for these Masters. Running the third leg, Mark Gomez, 2011 USA Masters 800-meter champion. .157.8 was the official time for the second leg for the Masters. These young men are 40 years and older. Columbia still setting that pace. Columbia setting the pace. Here comes Mark Gomez. Mark Gomez now going into the lead. One more lap. Now they're out there all by themselves. Mark Gomez. Let's give him some support. He's out there by himself now. Final 70 meters as Eric Nadeau gets ready to take the baton. .559.6. That was 2.9, 2 minutes, .9. Can they run sub 8 minutes? Eric is the 1995 world bronze medalist, 1,500 meters at the Indoor Championships. Current coach of Amherst. 3 laps to go. Down the straightaway, he'll have 2 laps to run. Two to go. That split was 58.5. 58.5. That first 400. You're seeing something very special here this evening. Off the turn, coming down the straightaway, he'll have 1 more lap to run. Final lap. Here he goes. Final 100 meters is at 7:44. Off that turn, bringing it in. 50 meters. Can he break 8 minutes? It's going to be a new world record down to the finish line. And there it is. Whoa! Whoa! Look at that. 7:58.12 unofficially. Wow. 1:58.4 on that anchor leg. And here's a college team, New Jersey Tech. Guys, you're going to get better with age. That's pretty obvious. Whoa. How about a victory lap, gentlemen? You guys earned it. Take a victory lap. Guys, let's take a victory lap. Guys, let's hit a victory lap out there for you. Gentlemen, come on over here a second. Let's get you on the camera. Hey, gentlemen, this is about the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Let me have you guys introduce yourselves. Our leadoff leg.
Chris Simpson.
On the second leg.
Scott Weeks.
Our third leg.
Mark Ohms.
And the anchor leg.
Eric Neto.
Gentlemen, come on in here for a second. How do you do this?
Yeah, about 4 years ago, when I hit 40, I knew that these young guys next to me would eventually make their way up ranking-wise and talent-wise. So for the old man in the group, I kind of had to sit around and wait and train really hard. And we just kind of mulled the idea over. It's been about 2 years in the making to get a team that we can run this caliber, not only to break a record, but deep down secret was, if we really put it together, we could actually be the first group ever to go under 8 minutes indoors, and I couldn't have done it well with these guys. Unbelievable.
How fast do you guys think you can go?
Oh, that's pretty close to as fast as we can go. You know, we gave everything we got out there, and we had some great competitors come out. We appreciate these guys right here, Cornell, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Thank you very much, young guys. Columbia, sorry. They pulled us through.
When are we going to see you guys run it again together?
Hey, I just want to thank the entire crowd for being here and being behind us. I want to thank New Jersey and Columbia for being out there with us. It was a great time.
All right, we got to get you guys back here again. See if you can go 7:55. Hey, put your hands together. This is absolutely amazing. Chris Simpson, Scott Weeks, Mark Ohms, and Eric Nadeau.
And after that, we have in progress the women's 4x4 relay on the track. About to make the exchange, University of Maryland Eastern Shore. He's on the Fighting Hawks. And next, a sticks pass to Princeton in second place. And women's 4x4 progress continues as the stick advances one more time. University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Princeton is second, and Cheney, the Wolves, in third. Fighting Hawks. And the women's Division I qualifying standard is 352.54. .100 meters to go, Maryland Eastern Shore. It's going to be close as they come onto the north side. Can they do it? You got to bring them home. And they are just over the mark. 352.54 is the qualifying time. And coming in for second, it'll be Princeton and then Cheney. Stepping up to the starting line, Section 2, the women's 4x4. Winning time was 354.58 for Maryland Eastern Shore. And Princeton moves to the head of the field. That's Penn in second. Winston-Salem is third. Princeton makes their exchange, followed by Winston-Salem. A quick exchange, and they steal second place. Winston-Salem Rams. And maintaining their position at the head of the field, Princeton, Winston-Salem, Penn, and Georgian Court. Georgian Court, one of our several Lions teams here tonight. They joined the Columbia Lions, the New Jersey Lions, and Princeton advances the stick once again, and then Winston-Salem, Penn, and Georgian Court. NJIT is next. And this is the third leg for Princeton, still at the head of the field. Georgian Court Lions move up the challenge for third, and they got it. Princeton driving it through. And this is their anchor exchange. 257.8 at the handoff. Penn is fourth, Georgian Court third, Winston-Salem second, and our leader, Princeton. Princeton on the north side. Finish line in sight. And Princeton crosses the line right in the 4:03 range, 4:03.8 or 9. Winston-Salem second, Georgian Court is third, and Penn fourth. And then NJIT. Well, that's a wrap for the women this evening. And next up, we'll go to the men's 4x4, our final event on the track.
Mike, one more girl, 4x4. Mike.
Mike, one more girl, 4x4. One more.
On your mark. Stand up, stand up, stand up.
And we have one more women's section.
On your mark. Set.
And I have some results as this race gets underway. In pole vaults, Ashley Zeitvogel, 1 point for the Army. Laurel Niposhalan, Army, 2 points. Megan Gimar, Army, 4 points. Grace Shadi, Columbia, 3 points. Brooke Hamisher, Penn, 5 points. Jillian Hart, Penn, 6 points. Deville Brown, Penn, 8 points. And the champ is Tori Worthen, Princeton, 10 points. She cleared 3.90 meters. That's 12 feet, 9.5 inches. After 11 events, third place is Penn with 65 for the women. Second, Maryland with 81 points. And the leader is Princeton with 148 points. Men's 3,000 meter run. 8th place, Daniel Jester, Army, 1 point. 7th, Clark Shirtley, Penn, 2 points. 6th, John Truman, Penn, 3 points. 5th, William Meadows, Penn, 4 points. 4th, Steve Eaglehart, Columbia, 5 points. 3rd, Ricardo Galindo, Army, 6 points. 2nd, Tom Awad, Penn, 8 points. And 1st, Ben Eversole, Columbia, 10 points. Ben's winning time, 8:20.97. Men's high jump. Tie for 3rd place. 6 points for Tavian Ruffin, Maryland Eastern Shore. 5 points, Jason Pope, New Jersey. 8 points for Nathan Harringer, Penn. The champ is Tom Pitt for Penn, 10 points. He cleared 2 meters, that's 6 feet, 6 3/4 inches. Results for the women's 200 meter dash. 1 point, Naya Michaud, Winston-Salem. 2 points, Joanna Anyanyu, Princeton. 3 points, Sarah Ron, Princeton. 4 points, Heather Bong, Penn. 5 points, Lydia Ali, Penn. 6 points, Adidemi Adinkinju, Princeton. 8 points for Janelle Wade, Maryland Eastern Shore. And 10 points to Lenora Leon Thurman, Maryland Eastern Shore. Her winning time, 23.90 seconds. Women's triple jump results. 8th, Nancy Yao, 1 point, Maryland Eastern Shore. 7th, Lauren Anderson, Penn, 2 points. 6th, Jenny Thompson, Penn, 3 points. 5th, Jillian Berger, Penn, 4 points. 4th, Teganel McNeil, 5 points. 3rd, Alicia Elin, Winston-Salem, 6 points. 2nd, Granda Williams, Maryland Eastern Shore, 8 points. And the champ of the women's triple jump, Imani Oliver, Princeton, 10 points. Her jump, 12 meters. That's 39 feet, 4.5 inches.
The blue line, gentlemen, blue line.
Final event coming up tonight will be the men's 4x4. Qualifying times, Division II, NCAA 312.02, 319 provisional. IC4A 319.90. Division III NCAA qualifying 4x4 time is 3:28.00. In this first of 2 sections, we have 5 teams. 2 from Maryland Eastern Shore, Staten Island, New Jersey, 2 teams. First exchange, second leg's ready to get underway. Maryland Eastern Shore, New Jersey's 2 teams, Staten Island. Third legs, get ready to take the baton. Maryland Eastern Shore has two teams battling each other for first and second. New Jersey Tech, two teams battling them. And Staten Island. One more lap, third legs, Maryland Eastern Shore, 1-2. New Jersey Tech, 3-4, and Staten Island right behind them. Anchor exchange coming up. Need a medic, please, to the finish line. Medic, please, to the finish line. Final 200 meters, Maryland Eastern Shore, 1-2. New Jersey Institute of Technology, 3-4, and Staten Island. And Maryland Eastern Shore will finish 1-2. Jersey will come in 3-4, and Staten Island. Okay, guys, we need you to move to the other side. Watch the track. For our fans here, take a look at the Armorytron scoreboard. You can watch all the action tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. on Flow Track. And if you're in this area, you definitely want to come out and see some of the best high school teams in competition, along with an elite 400, elite 1600, and a new event here in the Armory this year, the indoor steeplechase. All the action gets underway at 8:45 tomorrow. Cheney, Columbia, Penn, and Maryland Eastern Shore. Final race of the night. Penn and Maryland Eastern Shore, Cheney, Columbia. Penn, Maryland Eastern Shore, Cheney, Columbia. First exchange, shoulder to shoulder. And with a little trouble on that handoff, Maryland takes the lead. Penn right behind. Maryland Eastern Shore, Penn, Cheney, Columbia. Third leg's ready to take over. Maryland Eastern Shore, Penn, Cheney, Columbia. Opening that lead up, that's Maryland Eastern Shore. Penn is second, Cheney, Columbia. Columbia challenging, can he get by? Yes, he can, he gets back to the inside, but he's chasing Penn, and in the lead, this is Maryland Eastern Shore. Anchor legs. Final lap, 200 meters to go. Eastern Shore, Penn, Cheney. And here is Maryland Eastern Shore, wins our final race of the night. Penn will take second. Cheney. Now we have a few more results that we're going to give you, and we'll be announcing the final team scores. Again, we remind you, if you can't be with us tomorrow, you can watch all the action starting at 9 o'clock on Flow Track. Tomorrow, the New Balance High School Invitational. A week from tonight, the start of the Armory Collegiate Invitational, Friday and Saturday. If you can't be with us, again, you can watch all the action on Flow Track. Men's 200 meters. Points, 8th place points went to Penn, 7th place to Maryland Eastern Shore, 6th place points to Penn. The top 5, Kemuel Wright, Cheney, 22.58. 4th, Mason Smith, Penn, 22.46. 3rd, Javon Spencer, Maryland Eastern Shore, 22.40. The runner-up, Hakeem Harris, Maryland Eastern Shore, 22.30. And the winner of the men's 200 meters, Maryland Eastern Shore, 22.01, Marcus Wallace. Women's. Women's 3,000 meters, I think we gave those scores. Just waiting for the 400 till we get our final scores. After 12 events in the men's team competition, Cheney had 32, Columbia with 59, Army with 94, Maryland Eastern Shore with 100, and Penn with 142. To those of you who are with us tonight on Flow Track, we hope you enjoyed yourself. And again, big action coming up tomorrow and the next week. Tomorrow, the New Balance High School Invitational, which features elite races in the 400, 1600, the 1 mile, and the steeplechase. Some of the best athletes in the world will be competing here tomorrow. Next Friday night, the Armory Collegiate Invitational. Oh, until we see you next time, we look forward to having everybody with us again. If not with us tomorrow in person, tune in Flow Track for all the action. Good night, everybody. Drive home safely and enjoy the winter weather.